May 10th. And then here's May 12th,
Yeah, you're right.
46, transferred this date to Medical Officer in Command, USNH, Great Lakes, Illinois.
Who ordered the other command? That one right there.
Shirling Ensign,
Should I hide the puppies?
Where?
WFSUHRING.
So, this is the ship right now where he is.
USS LCT 6.
US.
Or no, it's 1406.
LCT 6.
1406.
Then it says Group 101.
So it must be USS.
And then it's LCT 1406.
So the 6 company 6 flotilla.
And that's April 46. So 4/10/46 you were ordered to the United States.
And this,
And in May,
this says our regular station Navy something CO SF California, April 16th, 1946.
So it's
State
like
for transportation.
that's an
thank
intermediate
you.
reporting station. So you were in San Francisco 4/16.
Oh,
Is that
why
where
am I
Alcatraz is at?
here?
Yeah.
Alcatraz is there.
I'm a gloomy fellow.
And then in May
It's a gloomy day.
you went to
Great Lakes.
Great Lakes Hospital.
What's
What's that?
Robert Marquiss,
Pappies.
RM 3rd class, U.S. Navy Reserve,
So that's May 12th.
May 12th, 1946, transferred to this date.
And then in August of 46, you were discharged from the hospital.
Where are those?
Did it tell you how I got from
Give them.
West Coast to Great Lakes?
Well, that's,
Brought them with us.
you have 4 weeks
Here.
between San Francisco and,
Oh, I don't know.
and where was that order issued, Jason? This 5/12/46.
No, we didn't.
Where was he? When he
There
was
was a
given his
bag.
I guess he was at the hospital.
transfer this
No,
date.
no more for you. Whoops.
Reported at
No more
Great
for
Lakes,
either
Illinois, I
of you.
guess.
So you're at,
Was there a
you're
bag,
in the Great
Steve?
Lakes by May. So it took you 4 weeks to go from San Francisco to,
Oh,
I
So now-
had another thing too for you.
What is that?
but
so not
US
14 months, but 4
That's
weeks.
really
The
from
U.S.
Jason.
Navy
I don't
Hospital.
okay.
I don't remember anything until I'm at
I don't
Great
think
Lakes.
it was
And then
Down
it's
in line.
with.
Seven-
So that's 4 weeks, not 14 months.
Yeah, but
What?
I lost my memory
Who?
when they came out with the formula how you get out of service.
Does it give his discharge date from the service?
I think that's this, isn't it?
Oh, thank you.
That's 43.
Oh, yeah.
This is enlistment. Honorable, recommended for,
On July 26th.
July 26th.
Above name is honorable discharge.
So you were discharged
Looks like from the U.S.
7/26/46. You were discharged from the Navy.
Okay. But I lost my memory when they came out with the formula how you get out of service. And I had
On April 10th, they asked him to re-enlist.
I went to the VA and I had them find that on the internet when the government came out with it.
The formula.
Yeah.
Well, that's when you had the 22.25 points. That's
And
It's only permanent.
from that point until, well, I remember coming underneath the Golden Gate Bridge. That was the first thing I remember. Then the next thing I remember, I'm sitting in a barber shop, and I look down and see two of my crewmates getting a haircut. Well, I was a barber on my boat. And I just busted down crying.
Well, that's probably after this April 16 and before May 12th.
Well,
Somewhere in there.
yeah, no. I don't remember anything until
Well, April 2nd, 45
at
years
Great
old.
Lakes, stand in line. And that's when I went to the hospital.
But that would have been in May.
Yeah, so from
But he was on the 8th.
that point until the formula came out, there's 14 months between.
What formula are you talking about?
How you get
the
out of
points.
service.
The points formula.
Well, you were discharged.
I have
You were
a
discharged in 46.
top that
Yeah.
sparkles like
So it wouldn't matter what points they
I think
had.
I should put the bow
But
on.
for other
In
people,
40,
it,
in 47, it wouldn't have mattered.
Right,
You were already out of the...
but,
Well, unless you were still in the reserves.
Boy.
well, in other
the
words,
states.
I'm on active, we're in Okinawa. I heard on the radio, you gotta do this, do that, and what, in other words, how you get points.
I think it's probably this, maybe around September 45.
Hey.
What's Monkey Joe's?
Okay,
It's a
on
big
September
warehouse
45,
bounce
you have
houses and
points.
slides
22 and a
that are
quarter
all, like,
points.
blow up.
So that's
Okay.
So,
9,
like,
what's the
it's
date?
just great. You send the kids
15th.
in there and they jump and bounce and slide
9,
and climb.
15, 45.
Wonderful.
You have 22 and a quarter
Oh,
points. So maybe you're saying you don't remember anything between there
And when you get out of service,
and San Francisco, which is there.
yeah, don't remember nothing.
So that's 7 months.
Well, it's 11, I guess it's probably the formula when it came out was
Before that.
before that.
Well,
boy, that
But
Well, he was
I forgot-
promoted in October of 45 from
I had the VA look up when the point system came out, and they gave me the date. So that's the date I lost my memory.
well, when was the war over in Japan?
I don't know.
August. Wasn't it August?
45?
August of 45? August
August 15th,
or something.
1945.
That was
But
the
they
end of
bombed the 9th or something, right?
Yeah.
It
Oh.
took them a week or
I think it
something.
was about 60. I'm not
Maybe it's
sure.
6 and then they bombed the next one on the
Yeah.
8th or something.
August 14th, 45 is the end of the war.
15th, August 15th, 1945.
End of Pacific War.
That was the Pacific. The war ended in
DJ,
England, or in Europe in
April.
May.
Isn't it?
Roosevelt died 1 month before the war was over.
Well, there was a long time between August and April of the next year. I mean, there's 8
oh
months.
my goodness.
No, what do you mean?
End of war
You
was
wanna
in
help me?
August, and he wasn't
You
ordered
should
back
see
to the
that drawer
States
in there.
until April
Did
of
you
the
look in the
next year.
refrigerator?
No.
I think there's 10 big Hershey bars in there. Well, we get them for $1.19. So we stock up on them.
Well, April
We
2nd,
both
he was
like
authorized
couldn't
to wear
believe the
the
pastor stopped in the
Philippine
other night
Liberation Ribbon.
and gave him,
And he was
how many
promoted
Hershey
to rating
bars?
in 3rd
2 or
class.
3? I don't know, but a bag of orange slices and the Steelers baseball, like a Steeler baseball cap. And I thought, I've never had a pastor to be so friendly, to come and do that for,
Is he a new pastor at the church? Okay.
and he's
That-
very nice.
The couple, the pastor and his wife came to visit me. Soon after he took over being pastor of the church. And I sat on the sofa there. He came in and sat down on the sofa. And she is from Nashville, Tennessee. And the first word out of her mouth, you can tell she's from Tennessee or Nashville. Because she has a slang that's... And she sat down and I looked at her.
In your pocket.
What do you think of Elvis Presley? And I guess I took her. She couldn't think of it. She couldn't give me an answer right away. I said, well, when he was alive, I hated him, but when he's dead, I like him. Yeah, they're real nice.
How about that other pocket?
Matt Marquiss had, somebody gave him,
Both at the same time.
goats. At their, imitation. And he had us go on here the other night. We thought they were real.
They look real.
And I thought maybe it got him to mow his lawn. You know, a
Hold
lot
on
of
a
people do
minute, I'm
that.
reading something.
And here it turns out they're imitation.
For his lawn, though.
No,
For his lawn.
Yeah.
now, my dad was always a farmer and he always milked cows.
Maybe Daniel should help you pick them up because
And he spent the night with us one evening for supper. I said, that's goat milk. Oh, he says, I'm not gonna drink that.
Abby.
That's all we had was goat's milk.
Abby.
So
Abigail.
she gave him a glass of milk and he drank it and he liked it.
You don't need to yell at him.
Pretty true, isn't it? Sad but true, sad but true. Just get to work more.
How many grandchildren does your mom have now?
So you were working a shipyard in Oregon
Yeah,
before you...
that's where I was working before.
Remote, I think.
That's where I was journeyman electrician.
Was that what
What were you
looking
doing
for?
on the boat, ships?
I was radioman.
On the shipyards?
Oh no, I was an electrician.
Doing what? Just wiring for ships?
It was mainly all ventilation. People working down in tanks and so forth and they're
Amazing.
welding.
Is Maisie the
So
dog?
ventilation of,
Building warships or something like that, right?
well, we made,
Is that a new trend? that
we made
dogs
liberty
are,
ships, what they call liberty ships.
Girl's name.
What is that
I mean, if they're a
exactly?
girl.
Well,
Matt named his dog Sadie.
huh,
This is Maisie. I've heard some others. I just wondered if it was a...
they hauled cargo and they had tanks, so I don't know.
Growing up,
Some
our dogs
sort of
were
We
Ship for war.
Casey,
put 'em-
Mandy, and Julie.
we worked for Henry Kaiser.
Yeah.
Well, we had a
And
little male dog.
the first ship that they made,
short
the
hair,
back end was
had,
loaded down
black
with fuel
ears,
oil,
some black
and the
spots,
front end
but he
was
like a-
loaded down with water to
can't
check
say-
the
I
tank
want to say spaniel, but
and nothing in
I
between.
think that's quite right. But we
And
called
when they
him
took it out in the
Teddy.
ocean, she just split.
And, we think we let him out.
And
And
that was in the evening about 5 or
we lived
6
right
o'clock.
along the highway. We think somebody picked him up.
A big limousine pulled out in front of my brother's house,
Carried
and
on.
out jumped Henry Kaiser and
Showed up again.
some FBI agents, well, the state police
I believe people were really
escorted him there.
Somebody's dog.
just.
Did he have a collar?
We looked out the window and seen it.
I doubt it.
Margaret, that's my brother's wife. She has 2 little
You
girls.
know,
We grabbed the 2 girls and went to the
he was just
bathroom.
probably walking
And
along
when they
the
came in the front door,
front.
we was going out the
lawn.
window
Good bathroom.
because we didn't know what was going on. But
I just couldn't imagine anybody
it took a
stop and pick him up.
little while, a month or 2
What was
before
that,
they found
a
out
little frog?
we had saboteurs
Yeah,
working in the yard.
our window well.
In other words, there's a
had
big V
A lot of
30
in them.
those little toads.
Yeah.
So we rescued them.
hall, and you're supposed to fill it full of weld.
And this is
They'd lay a welding rod in
That's my
and
dad's
weld on top
stepmother.
of it,
Yeah, and she
Which-
lives in Florida, right?
made a weak weld.
Yeah.
And when I went to Oregon,
So then they thought it was, who did they think it was that they were coming to your,
well, in other words, they just come and sit. My brother was superintendent of all welding. And so,
they were coming to ask him some questions.
yeah.
Do they all have bottoms?
But he was running out the back door
Oh, no,
too.
no. His wife and his two children and me. Yeah, he faced the music. I mean,
So what happened with that? Anything or just,
I have no
he
idea.
just was questioned and,
They was probably fired or something, I don't know.
You're tricky.
Is there a stamp missing?
When I went to Chicago,
There isn't.
well,
Okay.
So I'm thinking that there's one without.
I'm going to high school. I get a job and I'm making, well, I work 10 cents,
Here it is,
10 cents
Abby.
an hour.
This one didn't have a bottom.
And I made pretty good money. And when time comes to go back to high school, I'm working and I'm enjoying myself, and I never went back to high school.
From Steve.
And I was detossing corn. We got finished with that, and I went out on the highway, and that's how I traveled. I hitchhiked. Stuck my thumb out, and a cattle truck stopped and picked me up. He's going to Chicago. Well, that's where I'm going.
Oh my goodness.
So that's how I got to Chicago. And since
when were you there?
That little girl
Yeah,
loves
you're-
Well, I was
animals.
16.
I've never seen anything like it.
when I'm there,
If it's fuzzy and warm,
Because-
she will squeeze it and kiss it.
eventually,
Really?
She's
well,
crazy.
I
She loves animals.
lived around the
not afraid of
stockyard
things.
there until I got completely broke.
What, honey?
In other words, I didn't have anything.
Yeah.
And I borrowed 10 cents
Do
from
you know like
Well.
what any streets or anything that you were close to?
Holstead.
Megan was never
Halsted.
afraid of it.
Yeah, it's a main street and it's all
She's
covered,
scared, huh?
well, mostly covered. It stunk because there's a cattle yard there. And I got a job working along the Chicago Canal
Well,
at a
that's a lot of
where,
birthdays.
a big trucking warehouse. In other words, we moved stuff from truck to truck and so forth. And I made friends with two boys
Oh,
that
good.
lived in the north end of Hagerstown. This is the south end of
Chicago.
Chicago. They lived in the north end. They invited me up one night to have supper. And I went up there and boy, it smelled good. I mean, I never went back to the south end. It was two brothers and their sister
Uh-oh.
This
had
little
a
girl
one-
is,
two-room apartment, I guess.
Tom's
Bedroom and
daughter.
bedroom.
And that was when they
Four
were
of us slept on
in
one bed. We didn't sleep lengthwise, we slept this way.
1976.
And that'd be better if you're going to the south end.
And
Oh,
she
it's
had
much better. I
made
mean, it's, we're close to the lake, is what
a
makes it.
little
Yeah.
country outfit
Smelled
for her.
You became a Cubs fan then.
Oh, well, we was real close to, we was real close to
She
Wrigley
made an
Field.
Yeah.
outfit for my mother.
In fact, there was a bar that I went to,
It was navy blue.
and I was
Lots of
welcome,
lace or trim.
and eventually I got in the Navy,
One of these,
and that's just
they call them a dust.
north of,
It's like they have a.
Great
guy
Lakes
sticking
just north of
around
where I was.
Mm-hmm.
Had a little.
So I went back to where I used to be,
Everybody was dressed.
and I went to this bar, and I have to have an eye.
Thank you very much.
I need,
love these kind of.
I'm in the Navy uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be 21 to
That's
drink.
quite a job.
I'm only 18.
It takes a long
In
time.
other words,
And
I
I used to do
can't get anything to
what they
drink.
call a blog,
Yeah.
where you post stuff on
But
the
anyway,
internet, and that's where my sisters
my older brother
and we were living in Allentown.
Sent me money
And that's how we stayed in touch with
to
everyone.
Chicago
So we would all
to come to Oregon
post
to
our
work
most
in the
recent
shipyard.
pictures and what we had done.
So
But when my dad died, it
I
got
went
to
out
be too
there on the
much.
train,
So
and I
then
got there
I could
and
just take the pictures that I already
he
decided
and
were
I
my
were about
favorite
the same
and already
height
fixed up
and built
and
and so
just
forth.
drop them
Yeah.
in. So it used to
He
be
gave
much
me
easier.
he gave me a suit,
But now I have thousands
and he took me
of
out to a
pictures to look
3-course
through.
meal. I never
We
had
take
a
so many
three-course meal in my
pictures.
life. And,
And
That was
then
your
I wait
brother.
until
Huh?
That was your
the end
brother.
of November
Yeah,
to
my brother
start
took me
doing
out.
it all.
we all went out.
That's
Mhm.
quick.
He came back,
You wait
and
till
after
the
the
end of
meal, he came back,
November.
and he had somebody
I know everybody was here the other night.
there, male, his
Tuesday.
age,
And,
and we gambled.
they all have their cameras.
I never-
with them, and they were taking pictures.
I never
Then they looked
gambled
and laughed,
in my life,
you know.
but I was lucky.
Big time.
I won this hand,
You're a
that
quick
hand,
learner.
that hand.
Quick learner.
Well, I figured out later,
Looks like
I don't know nothing about,
Chocolate.
in other words, it was a way to sneak me money in my pocket. Cause I'm broke, I mean, I don't have no money,
Yeah.
and I don't have a job. But I think within a week, I was down at the union headquarters applying for a job at the shipyard. He wanted me to be an inspector under him. Murray, I don't want to be a. So I went down,
Cheese and crackers.
union headquarters, took tests for electrician, passed it.
And then it says you went from there to, where'd you go from there? 7 to 43.
I went from
Practice in
Portland,
Illinois.
Oregon to Lovington, Illinois.
So you went back home.
And I learned a real good lesson on the way home. I have a girlfriend. She's married, but this is my girlfriend. Well, we're going to Evanston, Illinois, because that's where she has an uncle. But we were going on a bus from Portland, Oregon to Chicago. And we stopped at Kansas City to change buses or something. It was a long wait. And they had these
One-armed bandits.
one-armed bandits. And I put every penny I had, every penny. And there was an old lady sitting behind me. When I was done, she got up, she nickel, dime, and a quarter, hit the jackpot.
You're only a couple off.
And
If only you would have had another couple of.
I never played it. I never played one of them things again. So that was a good lesson I learned. And we had a bus ticket to Chicago, and we went out to
Phil, do you have an extra catalog like this?
her
but you may
uncle's
have
and
that.
borrowed enough money to.
Carrie's been
We
looking for
live- my
nightgowns.
parents
You can
live
hardly
halfway
find them.
in the
When I
middle
see
of
they have them
Illinois.
in here and they're not too terribly expensive.
So then what did you
You're
work in
welcome to
Illinois for a
take
while before you?
I'll take it with me.
No, in other words, I went back there to enlist in the Navy. I had to get my mother's consent to enlist in the Navy.
But it seems like you had 5 months or so.
Well, I might have, I don't know. I might have.
Because you enlisted in 12 or 43, right?
Yeah,
You still have any of your medals?
I gave them all to the Bosman. You seen them?
You didn't give medals.
I gave my dress blues, and the medal was on the dress
Oh,
blues.
they were?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you should have told us what they're for.
Well, he has one for the American Area Campaign Medal, Victory Medal, Asiatic Pacific Area Campaign Medal, 1 star, and the Philippine Liberation Ribbon.
Skipper took that one away from us.
Turn that corner down on that page so I can go back and find it again. Just
The skipper made us all turn that medal in.
Why is that? Because you
He said we didn't do enough fighting.
didn't do enough hiking.
Fighting.
I
Fighting.
know where you got this nice little sweater, jacket. What do you call it?
Ocean City.
Ocean City. Oh, I wonder what that.
Probably about 5 years ago.
Really? I thought
Like
maybe it was
6
for
and-
Christmas. Looks
6
new.
years ago.
Yeah.
A little more than 6.
6 years and 3 months.
Yep.
Time goes by fast, doesn't it?
Where you got me?
Yeah, well, we're telling you when you got that sweatshirt.
Oh,
It was about 6 years and 3 months ago.
About?
Maybe, 8 months
You don't
now.
know exactly?
Well, it's 8 months now. 6 years and 8 months.
There's another box of candy, Mommy.
oh my goodness.
8 months.
I don't know. Why not 8
Five.
months?
Five
Five and a
sounds
half.
about right. May,
Yeah.
8.
See what quantity we buy our brownies?
Oh, 8.
Brownie mix.
6 years.
I think there's 20 in that
5
box.
months.
And we got 2 of them.
You said 3.
Is this BJ's?
Well, we got
6
them
and a
at
half.
Glenwood.
Did you ever see, I'm not sure how to do it.
Your education is 10 and a half.
Give it to Kathy. She probably knows how to do it.
Something new.
A flashing bow.
Yeah. Susie found that someplace. Have to hang on.
Susie's gonna be a little bit different than
Suzanne.
Suzanne. She's living up there with her mother-in-law. And her mother-in-law has a tendency to wear, what's these things that come up to your knee, rubber boots or?
Dairy boots.
Boots?
Dairy boots. Farmer.
Yeah. And she walks, well, you know how you would walk if you had boots on. And Susie's walking that way. And nowhere, she's living up there on the side of the mountain.
Walking sideways.
And she's just she's just a little bit different.
Well, they're pretty isolated in the mountains
Yeah,
too. They're
yeah.
not-
And,
Not that that's a bad thing.
oh no, there's not a thing wrong with it. I told Phil that she's gonna be,
A little more independent.
well, she's living up there. You wanna just put that over on the side of, any place over there. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ah,
Well, what's GB doing now? Is he still?
he's cutting lumber right now. He's buying logs from somebody. Plus he cuts trees once in a while. But Susie says he's busy with a sawmill. I keep asking me if he's got a pony yet, and he says no.
A pony
I think he'll get a pony one of these days.
for the girls.
Well, he's got 3 children. And the last one has a facial tissue of Suzanne's. I mean, it looks like Susie. The boy looks exactly like Marquiss. And the first girl is going to be like GB's mother. We went to we went to Alan Craig's reunion. It's all the Marquisses and the Craigs and everything else. And I don't know 2/3 of them. But when somebody come in and I'd look at them, well, they kind of resemble Aunt Ruth. They kind of resemble Uncle Ernie. And I hit it right, but I don't know the children.
Did Ruth live in Hagerstown?
Aunt Ruth, yeah. She and Louie lived in Hagerstown for 3 to 5 years.
What was his last name?
Louie Castang.
And they lived close to,
Well,
The Craigs.
close to the church. I
I
don't
thought
know.
they lived close to Allen.